Hello everybody, welcome back to the e-learning space for MGM Higher Secondary School, Bokaro. This is the third video for our lesson number 6 prescribed in your grammar books for class 8 English. We already know lesson number 6 is titled Tenses, and tenses show the time of action or event. They are derived from the Latin word tempus, which means time or time frame. In our last two videos, we have dealt with the past tense and the present tense. In this video, our topic of discussion is future tense. We know that future tense is further divided into four different categories. The simple future tense, the future continuous tense, the future perfect tense, and the future perfect continuous tense. Here is a table to help you understand these four different types of tenses in a nutshell. So the simple future tense always describes an event or action we believe or think will happen in the future. For example, I will read, you will read, they will read. When I'm talking about the future continuous tense, the name itself suggests that in the future a certain action will be continuing. So the examples for this would be I will be reading, you will be reading. Remember, look at the verbs here. In the simple tense, where you only saying I will read, will followed by the main verb. But over here in the continuous tense, we are using will be and then the verb in the ing form. Coming to the future perfect tense, children, look at the subjects we have here. I, you, we, they, he, she, it. We will have to use will have. Remember, we were always using the past participle with the perfect tenses. So here again, we will use the verb in the past participle form and the helping verb will be will have. I will have done. You will have done. Perfect continuous future tense is not prescribed in your grammar books, but there is no harm in learning about it. The future perfect continuous tense emphasizes on the duration of an action up to a certain time in the future. I will have been doing means a certain action will be continued while another action in the future will have been completed. This is just in the nutshell. Let us deal with these different types of tenses in detail separately. The simple future tense. The simple future tense is used when we plan or make a decision to do something. Nothing is said about the time in the future. I will read, they will read, she will read, he will read. So the verb exists in its simple form, but the time frame is in the future. Future perfect tense. Again, as the name suggests, perfect. The action is completed. But when in the future the action will have been completed. It expresses an action that will occur in the future before another action or time in the future. I will have eaten by 9:30. You will have eaten by 9:30. He will have eaten by 9:30. So we know over here that a certain action will have been completed in a certain time in the future. And always remember, because we are talking about perfect tenses, our main verb will always be in the past participle form and our helping verb for future perfect tense is will have. Let us come to future continuous tenses. In future continuous tenses, the word continuous gives it all or tells us everything that we need to know. The action is happening in the future and the action is continuing in the future at a certain time. It is used to express an action at a particular moment in the future, but the action is not finished in the future at that time. Look at the subject I. I will be studying. So the verb is in the ing form, showing that the action is continuing, but the time reference is in the future. Will be studying at 4 p.m. tomorrow. The time that is to come, a certain action will be continuing. Let us see some more examples of future continuous tenses in the positive form, that is affirmative sentences, negative sentences, and question form, which means the interrogative sentences. In the positive form, you use the subject plus will, be, and we in verb in the ing form. I will be starting. You will be starting. Do not get confused, children. If you remember the helping verb and the form of the verb in the main verb, it's quite easy. Subject plus will not, be the helping verb, and the verb in the ing form. Not makes the entire sentence negative. I will not be starting. And of course, the compressed form of will not is won't. I will be coming. I will not be coming. And if it is to be made into a question, then our will come in the beginning of the sentence, followed by the subject, then the be form of the verb, and verb in the ing form. Will I be starting? And of course, followed by the question mark. Will you be starting? Will you be coming? Come to the last one, future perfect continuous tense. This simply means an ongoing action is being talked about at some point in the future when a certain action is completed. For example, I will have been watching television for 4 hours when you come home. So when a certain action is happened or it will be happening in the future, a certain other action will be continuing. You will have been watching. Remember what we have to use here, will have been, and the verb in the ing form, because as the title suggests, it is in the continuous form. Let's again see another chart that shows how to make the positive, negative, and the question form of the future perfect continuous tenses. Subject plus will have been and verb in the ing form. For negative sentence, subject plus will not have been and verb in the ing form. And for question, will go at the beginning of the sentence, followed by the subject, then the helping verb have been, and again verb in the ing form. Will I have been starting, followed by the question mark. I will have been going. I will not have been going. Will you have been going? That brings us to the end of the different kinds of future tenses. The simple future, future perfect, future continuous, and future perfect continuous. However, children, if you're waiting to do some work in a positive way, remember the time is now. Not the future, not the past, not the present. Do not dwell in what is already gone. Do not worry too much about what is going to come. Live in the present. So the time to do your assignment and the time to focus on your work is now. That is the tense you must remember. Now children, let us come to your textual exercises. As we already know what are tenses, the different types of tenses and the subtypes of those tenses, when they are used, how they are used. Here is a let's link it. This is just 3 simple questions that you are supposed to answer on your own. This is going to highlight the past, the present, and the future framework of time. How was your experience in class 7? What do you like about class 8? And what have you planned to do after class 12? The past, present, and the future. Here is the table just to recap. Please go through it from your textbooks. Here are certain examples to show what are past tenses, the different types of past tenses, and the table Once again, please go through it. We have already discussed these in detail in our last videos. Now here again, examples of future tenses, the different types of future tenses that you have to study in class 8 and when they are used. Come to the exercises. Let's crack it. Choose the correct options to complete the sentences. So you have the options of different forms of tenses giving in the bracket. Choose the correct one and complete it. I dashed my assignment yesterday. I finished my assignment yesterday. The population of the world is increasing very fast. My brother plays video games every evening. A habit. So simple, present. Coming to the fourth one, I dashed the electricity bill for this month. I have paid the electricity bill for this month. Come to the fifth one as well. Rahul dashed last night. Rahul did not eat last night. So rest of the 10 sentences, you're going to do it on your own in the textbook itself. Come to exercise B. Underline the verbs in these sentences, then write their tense forms in the given blanks. Okay, so we are going to underline the tenses. She had been exerting. This is the verb, had been exerting. And which form of the tense is it? Had been. Had is past, been. Perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous. We have tidied the house. Have tidied is the verb here and the tense is present perfect tense. Have is the present perfect tense. I was reading the newspaper this morning. Was reading. Was is in the past and reading is in the ing form. That means something was continuing in the past. So we are going to write past continuous tense. Please deduce the questions, okay? Underline the verb. See what is the helping verb. See in which form is the main verb. Then from the previous knowledge, whatever you have learnt about tenses, apply them. You will quickly reach to the answers. It's not very difficult if you pay attention to the form or the structure of the sentence, the verb used, the helping verbs used. He had not known the consequences of his action. Had not known is the verb here. And had is in the past tense, the past perfect tense. Known is the participle. So, of course, this is the past perfect tense. Kindly do the rest on your own in the textbook itself. Coming to exercise C. Tick the correct answers. What were you doing in the morning? I was cleaning the study room. That's a very simple exercise. How can you say I had cleaned the study room when the question is being asked to you in the continuous form? Then your answer will also be in the past continuous form. Did you go for your music class last evening? Yes, I went to the music class last evening. Yes, I was going to the music class last evening. Yes, I went to the music class last evening is your answer. Did you talk to your parents about joining us for the film? No, I did not get time to talk to my parents. Do the rest three on your own. Now, how to use going to? Going to is often used to denote an action in the future that has already been decided or planned. We are going to conduct some special experiments in this lab. I am going to ask someone to help me with the luggage, something that you have already decided or planned to do in the future. It is also used often to predict future events. For example, it is going to snow tonight. Maybe you are looking at the weather and you have experience from your personal previous knowledge, you know of a certain future, something that you can predict in the future, then you may use going to. So here is an exercise how we have to use going to and complete the sentence. You can use any sentence or you can say any clause to complete the sentence. Thomas and Erica are going to get married. This is my sentence. You may also write Thomas and Erica are going to the public library, are going to visit the park. It's up to you, but you have to use the verb going to. Coming to the second one, Shreya is going to play the piano in the evening. This is my sentence, but it is completely up to you to use the any clause to complete the sentence. It's quite easy, children. Please complete it on your own in the exercise or in the textbook itself. Come on, let us come to the next exercise. Let's perfect it. Exercise 8. Fill in the blanks with the suitable forms of the verbs given in brackets. She dash for the test next time. The verb appear is given there. Next time means in the future. So of course we are going to use the future tense. Now which future tense are you going to use? You can also use the simple future. She will appear for the test next time, or you can use she will be appearing for the test next time. They dashed for the guest to arrive, but he did not turn up. The verb given in the bracket is wait. So, they had waited for the guest to arrive, but he did not turn up. I have been reading this book for many days. So the word read is given in the bracket for many days, means the action was continuing. So I have been reading this book for many days. How much did you buy this pen for? And remember, in our classes, video lessons, I have told you did is already in the past tense. Okay, so did helping verb, when you use it in a sentence, never use the main verb in the past tense. You will use the main verb in the present tense only. So our first blank will have did, and our second blank will have the present form of buy. How much did you buy this pen for? Do the rest of the exercises in the book on your own. Coming to exercise B. There is an error in each line of this passage. Underline the error and write the correct word in the space provided. Question is quite clear. When I grew up, I'll become a secret agent. Grew is past tense. But from the sentence, I'll become, it shows future. So that means this word grew is wrong here. If I'm talking about the future, my verb will also be in the future. So I will write, when I grow up, I will become a secret agent. Underline grew, and in the blank here write down grow. I am go to save the world. Abby said to Isabel one day, or Isabel, I am going to save the world. It is just now we discussed predicting a future or the decision that has already been made. I am going to save the world. Underline go and write in the blank going. They were just got ready to go into their class. They were just got ready. That means we are talking about something that was happening. They were just getting ready to go into their class. Please underline got. Come to the fourth one. The children were played or standing in the line. The children played or stood in the line. Okay, next one. We'll wait for the school bell to ring as usual. Waiting. The children were playing or standing in the line waiting for the school bell to ring as usual. So it is a continuous line and both the lines have an error. The children were playing or standing in the line waiting for the school bell to ring as usual. Okay, coming to exercise C. Change the tenses of the verbs in these sentences as directed in the table below. I drive a car. This is a sentence. Make it into present perfect continuous, future continuous, and use going to. I'll help you with only two of these sentences. Rest you are going to do on your own. Okay, present perfect. I have driven a car. Past perfect continuous, I had been driving a car. Future continuous, I will be driving a car. And by using going to, I am going to drive a car. Coming to the second one, he eats a mango. Present perfect would be he has eaten a mango. Past perfect continuous would be he had been eating a mango. Future continuous would be he will be eating a mango. And after using going to, our sentence will change to he is going to eat a mango. Complete the rest on your own. Come to exercise D. Write answers of your own to these questions in your notebook. I am certainly not going to help you with this. Write your own answers. What did you do last evening? What are the people around you doing now? What time are you going home? What were you doing at 6 a.m. this morning? What have you learned today? Are you finding the tenses easy to identify? Absolutely subjective questions, so they require your attention. Here are some more questions for you to answer. Then we come to the comprehension part. Read the comprehension carefully, go through the questions, read it once again, and then answer. Always try to answer a comprehension in your own language as far as practicable. Now, coming to the next page. Now we come to building words or vocabulary part. As you already know, what are abbreviations? Abbreviations are short forms. Now here are three different kinds of abbreviations given to you: acronym, initialism, and contraction. What are acronyms? Acronyms are those words which exist as independent words. Means these are the short forms that are formed by the initial letters of each word, but they exist as an independent word. For example, we don't say NASA, we say NASA. Similarly, we don't say RAM, we say RAM. So these are called acronyms. These are short forms spoken as a word. Coming to initialism. Initialism, as the name suggests, they are made by the initial letter of each word and they're not pronounced as a word. We don't say uno. That's a different thing. It's a game. We say UNO. We don't say spy. We say CBI. So these are initialism. In the same way, we have contraction. Contraction always means shortening something. So the word senior becomes SR and the word doctor becomes DR. We always take the first letter of the word and make the short form. Now coming to the match the column, the abbreviations are given, their types are given, and their full forms are given. You are going to match them. For example, FBI would be Federal Bureau of Investigation. You're going to do this on your own. It's quite easy. Coming to collocations. What are collocations? When two words are combined together and they're generally always used together. For example, you always say, I have caught a cold. To catch a cold. Make a quick wish. Okay? So, these are the collocation or words that are together always. Here is an exercise for you. Jana closed her eyes to make a wish. He had a quick shower before he left for his office. I do not like fast food very much. He burst into tears on hearing the news of his pet's death. Child labor is a burning issue of the day. So children, that brings us to the end of your lesson number 6, tenses, and kindly follow video 1, video 2 and video 3 for complete understanding of this grammar lesson. We have discussed the textual exercises in detail and here is your assignment. Complete all the discussed textual exercises in your grammar textbook and do the exercises C and D that is mentioned on page number 49. Till then, children, if you have any doubts, we are going to discuss it with worksheets and extra additional exercises in our online classes. Thank you and take care.